Welcome to BODHI, guys. I am Tamal. This is Chloe. We are going to be doing a 30-minute practice focused on hamstrings and shoulders. Let's start in child's pose. Let's come onto your hands and knees, tops of your feet flat on the mat. Sit on your heels. Place your forehead to the earth. Either arms extend forward or arms down by your sides. We start the process of dropping into the breath. And the way we do that is to extract our attention away from the periphery, away from the externals, and becoming very honed in on the lungs. If there's any inconsistencies, we want to make it deep, rhythmic, fluid. And from that meditative place, we can take an inhale through the nose and hold it at the top. Out of the mouth. Again, inhale deeply through the nose, holding at the top. Let it go. Go back to breathing through the nose. Make your breath sound like you're fogging a mirror with your mouth shut. Find the audible ujjayi. Let's take your arms behind your back. Let's interlace your fingers. Pull your arms to the sky. Keep your head on the floor. Lift your butt off your heels and rock onto the top of your head, stretching out the chest and the shoulders. So we're going to do things today that warm the shoulders, warm the hamstrings, followed by also things that open it all up. We'll switch which pinky's in front, so a little shift of the hands. And we'll find child's pose. Sit on the heels, extend your arms forward. And let's tuck your toes, lift your knees. Let's find a downward facing dog. So if you want to pedal out the legs, shift your weight side to side, do any fidgeting that feels really good. And we should just settle with the legs hips width, the arms are shoulder width. If you have hypermobile arms or a carrying angle, you can always turn your fingers a little outward, gives you more structure. The forearms get buoyant, the outer arms start to wrap down and around, the belly pulls in. And then keeping your feet where they are, walk your hands to your feet to the back of your space. Take an inhale and glance out. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, take the arms behind the back again, interlace the fingers, pull your arms to the sky, and then straighten the legs. So we get the benefits of this one of, again, opening up the shoulders, but now we have the addition of stretching the muscle fibers and the hamstrings. Switch which pinky's in front. And then release your hands down. Let's find downward facing dog. From down dog, let's lift your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up the hip, come up high on the left toes, lunge the right foot between your hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Let's come up to crescent reach to the sky. So we're going to cactus our arms, elbows bent. Take the shoulder blades and start to plug them into the upper back so you widen the pectoralis and collarbones. And keeping that, take an inhale, and as you exhale, turn your chest to the right. Reach your left arm forward, extend the right arm back. Every inhale, get longer and taller. Every exhale, we twist a little bit more. And Chloe's doing a very good job of keeping that front knee at 90 degrees. We'll place the left hand down to the ground. Take the top arm and reach it over your head. The bicep's going to hang low. We straighten out the left leg, press the left thigh bone into the hamstring, pull back through the inner left heel. Notice if that right hip is sticking out, you want to check it back. We breathe. So as our legs are warming up in these variations of twists and lunges, we want to fully express the posture by continually pressing the right calf forward and pulling back through the left heel. So it's like a tug of war between the front leg and the back leg. The right arm reaches up, right arm comes down. Pause, straighten your front leg, and maybe lift the front of that right foot up so you're balancing on the right heel and the ball of the back foot. So we're definitely in a deeper hamstring stretch. If you need to put your hands on blocks or on some kind of surface to elevate the floor for yourself, that's always a good option. Otherwise, we're squaring the hips and drawing the upper inner legs closer together. Set the right toes down, standing splits, left leg goes up. Walk your hands towards the right leg, then slide the right hand to the right, slide the left hand to the left. Cup the floor with the fingers, and then dip your chest, your sternum towards the right shin bone. We're leveling out the hips. This is a deep hamstring stretch, so if you need to keep somewhat of a bend in that right leg, that's always a good option for you. And how deep you bend is going to be completely personalized. Take an inhale, lift the left leg more. Exhale, set it next to right. Feet together. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, open your arms and rise to standing. Circle your arms overhead, palms connect at the top. Prayer in front of the heart. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold your body forward. Inhale, glance out. Then exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll lift the left leg up, we'll bend the knee and open up the hip. Come up high on the right toes, lunge the left up between the hands. We'll come up, crescents. So we cactus the arms. We plug the shoulder blades into the upper back. So it's almost like a sense of cobra. And then we'll turn our chest to the left, reaching the right arm forward, extending the left arm back. It's a suspended twist. So every inhale we get longer and taller, and every exhale we twist more. Then we'll place the right hand down. Take the top arm, reach it over your head. The left bicep hangs close to the cheek. The back leg is straightening out. You notice when you energize that back leg, how the whole pose just not only gets stronger, but deeper and more expressive. Let's reach the left arm up. Left hand comes down. Pause, straighten your front leg. And then maybe lift the front of that left foot up. So you're balancing on the left heel and the ball of the back foot. And this is the point when we draw the upper inner legs closer together. Set the left toes down. Standing splits, right leg goes high. Walk your hands towards the left leg, get close. Slide the left hand to the left, slide the right hand to the right. Cup the floor with the fingers, and then dip your chest, your sternum towards the left shin. We breathe. Inhale, lift the right leg more. Exhale, set it next to left. Feet together. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open the arms and rise. Exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Last Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold your body forward. Inhale, glance out. Then exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll take a big inhale together. Let's hold your breath at the peak. And then let it go. Let's step your feet together. Let's drift to plank. Both heels to the right. Send your left arm up, side arm balance, Vashisthasana. We'll turn the left hand down, reach overhead. If you want to modify, you can always drop your right knee to the floor underneath your right hip for more support. Otherwise, you want to dorsiflex the feet like Chloe's doing, so you're balancing really on the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Then you look to stack the hips as you hug the front ribs in. Reach the left arm up, left hand down. Switch sides, kick both heels to the left, send your right arm up, turn the right hand down, reach over your head. You can always modify, otherwise the tailbone is scooping towards the space between the heels. That's going to help you create that neutral pelvis so we're not dumping in the low back. We're hugging in the front ribs, we're softening the space around the shoulders. Right arm reaches up, right hand comes down. I apologize, Chloe, but we're going to our forearms now. Oh my goodness. Notice if your hands are closed, you want to get your elbows closer, hands a little wider. The belly's going in, the tailbone is scooping under, the chest is drawing forward. And we just hold this till we shake. Maybe we already are shaking. And then we're going to place your hands where your elbows are and find upper push-up. And then downward facing dog. Good job. Let's inhale, lift your right leg up. As you exhale, take the right knee to your nose, shoulders are over the wrists. Then inhale, extend it back. To the left elbow, under and across, reach it back. To the right elbow, extend it back. Lunge the foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Come up crescents. Take your hands at prayer, Anjali Mudra. Hook your left elbow to the outside of the right knee, twist. So we want the elbows stacked. That way you can apply more pressure with your top hand down into the bottom hand. And when you do that, you should find your thumbs closest to the heart center, the sternum. Engage the back leg, and then if you want more, you can always open the arms. Now you're going to look down. Think twisting chair, and step your left foot next to the right. Oh. Pull the left shin bone back. Roll the inner thighs down. Let's inhale to chair pose, reach to the sky, and pause here. So we're going to stay in chair the whole time. The movement's only going to be in the torso and the arms. Lower your chest onto the quads and reach your arms back behind you. Now come back to chair, reach to the sky. Same thing, chest on thighs, arms reach back. Reach to chair, up and down on your own, 30 seconds. This is really going to bring warmth into those hamstrings, which will enable you to open them deeper, especially in the final stages of our practice when we do things like a Hanumanasana or a front split. We'll meet reaching to the sky. Let's fold, straighten the legs. Oof. Inhale, glance out. Then exhale, just step back to plank. Top of a push-up. Pause here, go to your forearms. If you need to turn your right forearm in towards the midline, that's a good option. Otherwise, we're going to kick both heels to the right, send the left arm up. So we're doing a different variation of that side plank, the Vashisthasana. Take the top arm, reach it overhead. We're separating the heels so the inner thighs are spinning back. Left arm up, left forearm down, switch sides. Kick both heels to the left, send your right arm up. Turn the right hand down, reach overhead. Get the right arm straighter, the front ribs stronger. Reach the right arm up. Right forearm comes down. Have both forearms point forward. Now, keep your hips the height of your shoulder blades. Soften your knees enough so that the kneecaps hover an inch above the ground. And then scoop your tailbone towards the inner thighs. Oh. I did this once. And then never again. Just kidding, straighten the legs, one hand at a time, come back to plank, and then back to downward facing dog. Let's inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Then inhale, extend it back. To the right elbow, under and across. Reach it back. To the left elbow, reach it back. Lunge the foot between the hands. Crescents. Come on up. Take the hands at prayer. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So we look to get the elbows stacked, the back leg straight, the left hip hides. If you want more, you can open the arms. We breathe. So we look down, we think twisting chair, and we step the right foot to meet the left. Yes. Check the right shin bone at the gates. Roll the inner thighs down more. Outer left hip hides. Inhale to chair pose. So you know we're going to rep it out here. There's no surprises. Let's lower the chest on the knees, arms down the ribs, then come back to chair, up and down on your own. Because the last thing we want to do is try to get into a deep stretch while we're cold, right? We want everything malleable. You can mold it however you like. Let's meet in chair. Fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, just fold. This time squat down in your tiptoes. We'll do one crow, a bakasana. Feet together, knees wide, wedge the triceps on the shins, plant the palms, lift the butt, lean forward until the elbows are over the wrists, one or both feet lift. Step back, shoot back, float back. After you've taken the vinyasa, we meet in down dog. So let's lower to all fours, your hands and knees for the moment. We'll do a nice shoulder stretch since we're targeting that area as well. Right arm reaches up. Thread the needle, take the right arm under and across the body. Drop the right shoulder and ear to the floor. You can slide your left arm forward and climb onto the left fingers, or you can drop the left arm behind your lower back and find the crease of the right hip. I don't know about you guys, but this one feels good. There's like poses I have in my own mind when I'm taking a class. I'm like, oh, that one. And the other one's like, oh yeah, let's do that one. But when I teach class, I'm going through all the poses that I may not enjoy. But I know they're good for you. Let's come back to all fours. We'll switch sides, left arm up, thread the needle. Drop the left shoulder and ear to the floor. You can slide the right arm forward, climb onto the right fingers, or drop the right arm behind the back. Let's come back to all fours, hands and knees, find downward facing dog. So from down dog, let's lift your right leg up to the sky, lunge the right foot between the hands, turn the back heel down, lead with the left arm, come up warrior two. So we widen the stance a lot. You want your right thigh parallel with the floor. We set up front heel to back heel, and your back foot turns in at like 10 degrees. Now, reach both arms straight out in front of you. You'll take your right elbow under the left, intertangle. Either go palm to palm or knuckle to knuckle and lift your elbows up, at least the level of your collarbones, and pull your forearms away from you. Such a great way to open up the shoulders while still firing up the hamstrings. Garudasana, the eagle. Come back to warrior two. Reach both arms straight up to the sky. Drop the right arm over the top of the right shoulder. Use your left hand to push the right elbow down the back, and then take the left arm from below your lower back, and maybe you can hook your fingers together. Maybe use a strap or a towel. Find warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Keep your legs wide because it'll be a deeper hamstring stretch. Right arm reaches forward. Right hand lands on the shin, floor, or block. Left arm up, triangle. Start with the right big toe pressing down, and then the outer edge of that back foot pressing down. Then we're going to zip up the quadriceps. Hug the outer right calf, thigh, and hip in. So we'll make a small transition. If your right hand is on the shin, set it to the floor on the outside of the right foot. Then set the left hand on the floor. Rebend your front knee. Let's step back to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Round two, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lunge it forward. Back heel down. Lead with the right arm, come up warrior two. So we're widening the stance. It's our last big standing sequence before we start to cool down. We're setting up front heel to back heel. The back foot angles in a little. Now, reach your arms out in front of you. Left elbow under the right, unless you did the opposite. Intertangle, palm to palm or knuckle to knuckle. Lift the elbows up, pull the forearms away. And you sit a little deeper. And breathe. Untangle the arms. Reach them up to the sky. Drop the left arm over the top of the left shoulder. The right hand reinforces the left elbow down. Then you can go for the full bind. The right arm goes below the low back. Maybe you hook the fingers. Got it, Chloe. And then you sit a little deeper. And come back to a warrior two. We straighten the front leg. Keep your legs wide. Extend the left arm forward. Place the left hand on the left shin. Floor block, right arm up. Think about how you could bunch up the center of your yoga mat. You never will, but it's that energetic pull of the heels drawing inward that we're looking for. And then from there, it's the outer left thigh hugging in, the inner right thigh spinning back. We'll take the left hand, if it's on the shin, and sit on the outside of the left foot. Then bring the right hand down, rebend your front knee. Let's step back to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, lunge it forward. Drop the left knee to the floor. Release your left toes and take a moment to scoot that left leg back. Now straighten the front leg by pulling your hips back. You want your hips stacked directly over the left knee, and then you can dorsiflex that right foot. Some of you guys may be really flexible and you can slide your right leg all the way forward, finding the deeper expression of the Hanumanasana or front split. And notice how Chloe's keeping both hips squared forward. That's what you want to look for. It's considered cheating in yoga if you let your hips turn out to the side, making it look like a strange warrior two version of a split. You're basically thinking of like a crescent pose where you slipped on a banana peel and your leg went all the way forward. There you go. My dad analogies. If you're in a full split, you'll drag your front leg back till it's bent. If you're in a half split, you just bend your front knee forward. Now we find pigeon. Walk your right foot to the left. Drop the right knee to the right. You can go to your forearms, lie all the way into it. If you need a block or a towel or something underneath the right hamstring, that's always good. It's like that relief when all the hard stuff's over. Now you're just in this stuff. We'll come onto your hands. Tuck your back toes, find downward facing dog. You can pedal it out, you can shake it out. We'll lift the left leg up. Lunge the foot between the hands, drop the right knee, release the right toe, scoot the right leg further back. Then you can pull your hips back so they stack directly over the right knee and the front leg is straight and you dorsiflex the left foot. Or you can slide the left leg all the way forward, playing with the deeper variations of the split. And we breathe. So in these videos, we're trying to deliver what we say. So there was a hips, sort of hamstrings and shoulders. In previous lessons, we did hips and shoulders. So always a combination that we're throwing in with these different sessions. Target multiple areas of the body. So from here, if you're in the half split, you're just going to bend your front knee forward. If you're in the full split, you drag the front leg back, and then you go into pigeon pose, walking the left foot to the right, dropping the left knee to the left. If you need a prop, use a prop. We breathe. We're going to come onto your hands, tuck the back toes, find downward facing dog. Let's lower the knees, cross one ankle over the other, sit behind your feet, swoop your legs through. Scoot forward, let's lay on your back. Once you're on your back, bend your knees, set your feet on the floor, heels to the butt. rest the pinky finger sides of your hands on the mat. So you can karate chop your hands into the floor, and that'll take your hips up. If you want more, you can always take upward bow Urdhva. Take an inhale, lift a little more, then exhale, come on down. Hug the knees to the chest. Let's take a happy baby. Arms go split between your legs. Hold the outer edges of your feet. Pull the knees down by your ribs. Feet are wider than hips. Hug the knees to the chest. Forehead to the knees. Big inhale. Hold the breath. Squeeze everything into one tight little ball. Let it go. Sprawl open. Chloe, you made it. You guys at home, you made it. Shavasana. Let your body rest. Jayatam Srimate Katyayani Devi Dasi Kripa Abdaye Patita Nambando Radha Krishna Parakamola Devia Jaya Jaya Namo Namo Namaste Saraswati Devangora Vani Pacharne Nirva Sesha Sunya Vadeya Vaska Chahadis Tarne. Together, take a big inhale through your nose. Hold your breath. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Reanimate the body. And with your eyes still shut, let's roll over to your right side. Still closes, come up to seated. Sit up tall, take your hands at prayer in front of your hearts. Follow your breath. Let's bow our head. Namaste.